Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot Time. How is everyone doing? Hold on, I got a new phone thingy. Trying to figure it out. Where are all my decorating warriors? As most of you know, I started doing a home improvement project, remodel project, whatever you want to call it. And now I am down to paint. And I know kind of what I'm looking for, but if anybody has any ideas, I want to keep it light, although I don't want to feel like I'm living in a snowball. My woodwork and trim is going to be white. And then I want something in a neutral tone. If any of you have used a color from Sherwin-Williams, that's where my painter says I have to go, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I would love to see what's out there, what you guys are using. I've got to be honest with you. I've had to pick out so many things. I kind of had a vision when I started, but it does become overwhelming. And I even had to pick out a rug, and I put a bunch of them together in AI, and I just sent to a friend. I go, here, pick me out one. Just here, pick this out, would you? Because at some point I just get overwhelmed with all the choices. So anyway, moving forward. So there is another creator going around, don't remember her name, young girl, beautiful girl. She does makeup for bridal makeup. And I mean, the girl's flawless. She barely needs a lip gloss and mascara, and she's flawless. But anyway, so she has this thing about, how to get a certain look. And it's got to be, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, it has to be 10 skin products. It has to be. We start with a milky toner, a sunscreen. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. Now, I'm still oily. Okay. My skin complexion is out of oily. And I can remember, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that remember this also, back in the day, us girls, besides the iodine and baby oil, we used to use witch hazel, or for the real bold ones, we used rubbing alcohol as an astringent. Yep, you're probably going, oh my God, no. Yes, I have. And I can remember my mother saying, stop trying to kill the oil in your face. One day you're going to wish you had it. And I do have to admit, in the dead of winter, I do get a little dry if I use too much retinol, or I do a scrub or something like that. But anyway, so she's using all these products, and I had put a comment because I'm curious, how does it look after a few hours? I mean, if I do all that, I'm going to tell you right now, within a few hours, my face is going to be on the floor. So anyway, so I've been following it, and I'm very curious how social media works. I'm just curious about it. And there's all these other creators, or other influencers, whatever you want to call them, that are making the video using all her products. And these are women, which is very helpful, women over 40, women over 50, so on and so forth. And they're even tweaking it a little bit here and there. But, and I don't mean to laugh, but this morning I woke up, and I'll tag whatever I can remember at the bottom of this. This morning I woke up, and the influencer, the young girl, was on there, and she was in her car, beautiful light coming on her face. And she goes, I don't know what all this is. And it looked like to me, it looked like a heat rash or something. She goes, I don't know what's causing this. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring, sweetie. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I'm not a dermatologist, but I'm going to say it's probably those 20 products you are putting on your face. At some point, the skin can't breathe. I don't care if it's all healthy stuff or whatever. The skin can't breathe. And that's what happens. If there's any dermatologists or skin people watching me, please let me know if I'm right or wrong with this. But anyway, so, but it's interesting how lately I find somebody puts something out there, okay, and it gets a lot of traction, aka Salad Lady. And then all of a sudden, all the influencers are out there making content regarding that, whatever's out there that's popular. I guess like me talking about it, but I still do tarot card readings. That is what I do. All right, 5 minutes in, you could slide your bar if you don't want to listen to my chit chat and get to the reading. King of Pentacles. We love King of Pentacles. Don't get caught up in the gender. King of Pentacles is our tried and true mate, our friend, family member. They are somebody who we could depend on. And when I see the King of Pentacles, I feel for a lot of you out there, if you've been in an uncertainty, regardless if it's relationship, if it's whatever it is, relationship, job, friends, you're going to get a little awakening, a good awakening. You're going to see somebody show something they've never shown before. Does that make sense? So, in other words, if you've been working with somebody and they're always like you're doing mostly all the work, you're going to find that they're going to turn around and they're going to help you. If you've been in a relationship with someone and you find like they are, you're always making the plans, and friendship too, you're going to find that all of a sudden they step up to the plate, which is good. So I think for a lot of you, if you've been in this kind of situation where you're always the giver, kind of like the Six of Pentacles, we talked about that the other day, where you're always the giver. Make sure that's pointing up there. You're going to find that somebody definitely starts stepping up to the plate, which is good because nobody always wants to be the giver. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be the giver. So I'm kind of, going to love. I got to go to love when I get the Ace of Cups. So I feel like, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going on a limb. If someone's been leery with telling you how they feel, in a romantic sense or what they want, all of a sudden they step up to the plate and they say, hey, look, I would like to see where this goes. I would like a commitment, something in that kind of area. I would like to see what could be, because aces are all about new beginnings. So it's the beginning of something. It's also a reconciliation card. But I feel you already know this person. So I feel like you could be involved with someone loosely, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And they show you, can't get that out today. They show you that they have the ability to see things through. Okay. So for those of you who have someone, if you don't, I think, it could still be friends too. I wouldn't attribute it to work too much, only because I got the Ace of Cups. So I always feel it's more of emotions, and, friends is good too. But so that's the story there. Put your comments below. I'll try to tag as much stuff as I spoke about. I don't know. I just talked about a lot of different things. Definitely, I need help with paint. If you know a color, if you used one and you love it, and yeah, because I'm doing my kitchen, my family room, my hallway, my entranceway. I want it to be in a neutral tone with a little contrast to the trim, but I don't want it to have like a gray undertone. I think I want more of a warm undertone. So if you have one, put it in the comments. All right, everyone, it's Saturday. Yay! My painter's actually coming today to measure and everything. That's another story. That's an ex of mine. That's another story for after he comes, but we're still good friends. He'll pay for me as a painting company and stuff, but we're still good friends. All right, everyone, this is Coffee and Tarot time. I am the Queen of Wands. Everyone, have a great day.